Hi everyone, MARKCHES here. Welcome to the channel, and for today's video, I'll be giving you my performance review of the Way of Wade Fission 8. Let's go! Guys, if you're not too familiar with the Fission 8, it is actually a line from Way of Wade that is geared towards recycled materials, eco-friendly sneaker that it says here that it has the green shell that they use here in the upper, but we don't know how many percent of the sneaker is recycled, but still a good direction for Way of Wade to make a model of their sneaker that is made out of recycled material. So first, that you can see that it's really recycled is the box. It's unlike your other Way of Wade box that is colored with white, and there's a couple here that is also colored with black. So this one is made out of the carton color, and it has a DNA here at the bottom, Fission 8 here on one side. You can see the leaning logo, and I think this is the recycled material logo here. And here you can see reduce, reuse, recycle, reflection. Yeah, reflection. So good job on the box that they made. So there's less paint that they use here on the box of the Fission 8. But let's get into the sneakers. For the sneakers, the upper shell, like I said, it's made out of green shell and also made out of a cool shell. So cool shell is just a term for their mesh, I think. So cool shell means cool, so there's a bit more ventilation to the upper, and when you wear it, this is the only material that is below your foot, and also the straps of the laces on the lateral and medial side, as you can see here. So it has a very well ventilated upper, and when you wear it, it's pretty thin. All the support will be coming from the mesh upper, plus it's fusing on the toe area, this white part. This black part too is also fused all throughout until the lace loop, and going to the back part of the sneaker is what they're calling the heel lock. So this is made out of plastic. So hopefully this is a recycled material. So it's a nice implementation to the plastic here. So it's like in the KDs where there's a plastic piece here. So when you tighten this up, it kind of locks your ankle and heel properly. And in terms of performance, it does its job. Heel containment, lockdown, ankle protection, and this one is really nice for a low-cut sneaker. And as for the forefoot support, this fusing really holds down your foot, and also what helps is of course the foam that goes up here in the lateral part, and even the traction goes up here a little bit more. And of course this very nice lateral outrigger design. You can see it's just some bars here that they put, and it's a really nice futuristic design as a lateral outrigger of the Fission, which is kind of relatively a slimmer sneaker from Way of Wade, because usually they often have a wider base in the forefoot, but this one is kind of more on the slim side of things, if you can see that. So this lateral outrigger really helps out in that aspect. And as for the lacing system, it's made out of this fusing here on the first two loops, but when you go to the third loop, it has the straps like fly wires. And you can see it here on the below the mesh. So it's going down there. So it's stitched down to the footbed. So when you lace them up, the straps will really hold or hug your foot properly. So the fit of this is really nice. And as you can see, this plastic piece that I forgot to mention, it really goes up around here in the midfoot for lateral support on the sneaker. And of course, this Way of Wade logo too acts as a lateral support to the Fission 8, which I think in terms of design-wise, look how futuristic that is. It has a very nice design concept to the Fission 8, given that this is a very eco-friendly sneaker, which is geared towards the earth, but in terms of design, it looks very futuristic, especially in this Panda colorway, which has hints of green, pink, or peach all around the sneaker. I like it. It's really clean to look at, and it is a pretty good looking sneaker. As for the tongue, it's also very thin, but it has some padding here where you need it, so when you tighten your laces, it won't cut your skin when you're playing for so long. So there's a foam here that runs from the tip going down to the entire tongue, so that it adds comfort to the tongue even though it's really thin around the side part of the tongue. As for the cushion of the Fission 8, it has two boom units in the forefoot and on the heel, and there's a pro bar lock in the middle for extra torsional support and bounce back, spring back to the sneaker. So those are the main technologies that you can usually find in the Way of Wade. You can find it in the All City, and the Wow 10s, on the Son of Flash. So those are the technical terms that usually Way of Wade is using in their sneakers. And the carrying foam for those boom units is actually a light foam, which is actually not that bad. When you're pressing this black part, it's really compressing down. And given that the Fission 8 is really low to the ground, so take that into consideration. This is a very low to the ground sneaker. It's ultra responsive. I think it's really meant for guards to use this and for people who likes to play outdoors, given that the traction is very durable, which we will get into in a while. Plus the upper is really well ventilated, so especially it's very hot outdoors, so you need a very thin layer of upper that has very nice support for the upper in a sneaker. So the Light Foam Plus is the carrying foam. It has a very nice heel to toe transition. From the forefoot, nice curve there, and especially on the heel, it has an awesome curve here on the heel. So in terms of cushioning when you're striking, given that this is a low to the ground sneaker, you need to break this in order to feel the boom in the forefoot and heel. It has a very similar feel to the Son of Flash, in my opinion, for the boom units. But once you break them in, the boom units will be good and you will feel it right below your foot, even though this is a very low profile sneaker. So for all of you who likes to be more low to the ground, ultra responsive, and as you can see, there's a nice curvature in the outsole also here in the middle part. So this is very ideal for guards, very shifty guards that really likes to play low to the ground. Now let's go on to the outsole of the Fission 8, which has that same infinity symbol that you can see here on top of the box. So it's like a number 8, and the rubber is ultra hard. They're calling this a tough outsole, and like almost all Way of Wade sneakers, they have really hard rubber. So you can use this indoor and outdoor, but just take into consideration that the cushion is really low to the ground. There's not much cushion in this one, so you're really stepping down on the cement floor. It's up to you, but for me, I think this is a good basketball sneaker for outdoors for light players. And the insole is just an ordinary insole that comes with it. It's very thin. So if you want to play with this outdoors, maybe replace it with a different upgraded insole that has extra impact protection around the heel and the forefoot. So that's just my advice. But as for the grip of the outsole for indoor and outdoor, it grips really nicely. Even on a dusty floor, it grips really well. I am not surprised with that because almost all my Way of Wade basketball sneakers outsole really grips really well on different types of floor. As for the sizing of the Fission 8, they sent me a US 11 and it kind of fits me well given that this is a very narrow sneaker. So I would recommend going true to size if you're a regular footer because this is a narrow sneaker. And for wide foot, go half a size up. So the price of this one is 120 US dollars. So that's around 6,800 pesos. Not that bad. It's on the cheaper side or more practical pricing. And the weight of this is 400 grams. So it's pretty light for a sneaker that has a ton of support and tech in it. So really nice job, Way of Wade, for another model from your brand that has awesome performance, in my opinion. So this really, like I said, I recommend this for lighter players who likes to play indoor and outdoor, and if you want to play outdoor with them, it's okay, but take into consideration that it's really low to the ground. You can replace it with an extra insole that has extra impact protection around the heel. So let me know what you guys think about the Fission 8. I have the Panda colorway. Do you have them? Have you tried them out? Let me know in the comments down below. This has been MARKCHES. Once again, thank you for dropping by this channel. Catch you in the next one. Peace.